In this week's Parsha, we have the famous pasuk, Vayhi b'nesa Aaron. When the Aaron was lifted up, Moshe Rabbeinu said to Hashem, please scatter your enemies from in front of you. Please Hashem, let them run away. Rashi is bothered by the fact that what Moshe Rabbeinu was asking for was protection from the enemies of the Klal Yisrael. We were now going to travel in the Midbar, and Moshe Rabbeinu's fear was that the surrounding enemies of the Jewish people would attack, and therefore Moshe Rabbeinu asked Hashem, please protect us from our enemies. The problem is that Moshe Rabbeinu refers to them as the enemies of Hashem. Hashem, scatter your enemies. Hashem, cause your enemies to flee. Rashi is bothered by why is Moshe Rabbeinu calling the enemies of the Jewish people the enemies of Hashem. Says Rashi, this teaches us the yesod, the foundation, that anyone that hates a Jew hates Hashem. The hatred of Jews is actually fundamentally based on a hatred of Hashem. And this Rashi is quite difficult to understand. We know throughout history there are many, many reasons to hate the Jews. None of them seem to be related to hating Hashem. Many of the reasons are quite obvious. The Jewish people are phenomenally successful economically in whatever environment they find themselves into. They rise to the top, and certainly jealousy is a good reason to hate the Jews. There's the theory of scapegoat. Every powerful monarch is looking for a scapegoat to blame, someone to galvanize the arms, galvanize the people around. The Jews make a convenient scapegoat. Another theory that's quite popular and quite acceptable is the fact that we killed a god. Deicide. Killing a god is not considered very kindly or nice. That's only a good reason to hate the Jews. And probably the most common reason that we know of, the fact that we claim to be the chosen people. Aren't these reasons solid enough reasons to hate the Jews? How does Rashi know that the underlying cause of all of them is hating Hashem? And I believe the answer to this question lies in understanding this concept called anti-Semitism. Everything throughout history seems to change. Systems of government change, philosophies change, currencies change. The only thing that remains standard and constant throughout history is that everyone hates the Jews. Since the time of Avraham Avinu almost 4,000 years ago, every nation that came to power, every emperor that rose, hated the Jews, rose against them, either kicked out the Jews or annihilated them. The one constant force throughout history is the fact that it seems that everyone hates the Jews. And that seems to be the most interesting part of it all. No matter what environment, no matter what culture, no matter what language they speak, the one commonality is that everyone hates the Jews. The Jew is hated when he's rich, the Jew is hated when he's poor. The Jew is accused of being a communist and then hated for being a capitalist. The Jew is thrown into the ghetto and then accused of being separatist. It seems that whatever cause you'll find for anti-Semitism, you'll find another segment of the Jewish population who don't have that attribute, and yet they're hated just the same. And the one common denominator of it all seems to be that we hate the Jews. And that is exactly the answer to this Rashi. If you search for any single attributable cause, all of them you'll find doesn't answer the problem. Because you'll find many environments where that cause is there, but still the Jew is hated. Muslim nations never accused us of killing their God, yet they hate us just the same. In countries where the Jews are poor, they're hated just the same. In countries where they're powerful, in countries where they're weak, the one common thread is we hate the Jews, and Rashi is telling us the fundamental reason behind it all has nothing to do with any of the attributable causes. It has to do with the fact that the basis of it all is the fact that the Jew represents Hashem. When you look at a Jew, what you see is God. When you see God, there are many nations that aren't quite comfortable with that, and the actual cause that causes that hatred is the fact that they hate Hashem, they hate God. Rashi is teaching us the fundamental cause of it all is the fact that they hate Hashem. One of the most basic concepts that a Jew needs to understand is we are different, we are separate, and trying to meld into the Gentile nations, trying to be like them will not end anti-Semitism. Quite the opposite, it will increase it, because the cause of it is not the fact that the Jews have hooked noses or owns the banks. The cause of it all is a deep-seated hatred for Hashem. Rav Chaim Volozhin is noted for saying, if the Jew doesn't make Kiddush, the guy will make Havdalah, and that concept is basic to history, fundamental to all of our existence.